Anyway, we understand the Arab desire and our desire to arrive to full peace. Some people, including President Obama and I think the President Mubarak, a person that we have the highest respect for, says it may take 2 years. You know what we say? Let's start and negotiate the permanent solution. But in the meantime, don't wait. Let's see what can be done gradually, right away, on issues that we can agree. Let's agree and implement. Whether it's economy, whether it's a security force, whether it's a Palestinian control, whether it is a Palestinian state. A Palestinian state means that the Palestinian Authority will become a Palestinian government, and they will have to deal with Gaza, not us. So let's have a parallel negotiation about the gradual development. Why should we fight about it? Let's negotiate the permanent solution. Let's negotiate the gradual development. And furthermore, there are two thorny issues. I listened very carefully to the remarks of Amr Moussa. He quoted the United Nations resolution on November 1947, saying that Jerusalem should be international. I don't know if this is their opposition. Are you demanding the internationalization of Jerusalem? Or you want Jerusalem to become just Arab? It's really an important question. But anyway, there are two thorny issues. One, Jerusalem, and the other are the refugees. About Jerusalem, there is an interesting paradox. Today, the life in Jerusalem is quite normal. I mean, the Muslims go to pray in their mosques, the Jews go to pray to the Wailing Wall, the Christians go to pray to their churches. People are moving, people are working, there is a tranquility. If we shall try to write it down on paper, we shall immediately have an explosion. Namely, reality is by far better and wiser than formality. And I think we shall find a solution to Jerusalem, maybe under a different climate. But we shouldn't introduce Jerusalem, which is not today a piece of land, but a flame of fire, and burn down all the chances right away. We know that we have to guarantee that every religion will be able to pray in the language they prefer, to attend the holy places without our interference, make it free and secure. The other issue are the Jerusalems. And here I want to compliment the Arab position, the Arab initiative. For the first time, the Arab initiative says that the refugee problem should be solved in a just and agreed way. I think it's fair. In order to agree, we have to negotiate. How can we reach an agreement without negotiations? So let's have a third party to negotiate the refugee problem. And we have already a ready-made party that both the Palestinians, the Arabs, and ourselves agree to. That's a multilateral committee headed by Canada, and we suggest, you know what, let's take the refugee issue and charge again the international group, or the multinational group, headed by Canada, and solve it. So my approach is very pragmatic. You want a permanent solution? Okay, let's negotiate in one go. You want a gradual implementation? The second group, parallel. One wagon will not stop the other one. They can move on two different rails, parallel. And then let's solve the refugee problem in a third group. It's very hard to make this. It's painful for the Palestinians, for us. Because in 40 years, there were many changes that were not under the control of anybody. I don't think that the responsible Arab leadership, for example, controlled the terror. But we were the victims of it. And now we have to be responsible and wise and forthcoming and understand that it's not a matter of forcing. It's a matter of reaching an understanding. Peace is an agreement. It's not an exchange of ultimatums. We shall not submit any ultimatum to the Palestinian, the Arab side, neither we shall accept an ultimatum by them. Ultimatum belongs to wars. Peace is not based on ultimatums, but on compromises. Compromises are not necessarily shining, but they're the only way to go there from a profound emotional dispute to a pragmatic, tolerant, passionate solution. And I think that can be done. I wouldn't like to force anybody to do things that he doesn't want, but I believe what I suggest is fair to all parties. And we shouldn't enter again in an unnecessary rhetoric war. We shouldn't permit again the deep, uneasy emotions of the past to govern our future. We can build a new future. The future should not be the continuation of the past, but a promise to a young generation on both sides, to the young people. We'll have a chance to live in peace, in respect, in a new age, and promise their fathers, their nations, to respect each other, its heritage, its desires, and understand that this is a meeting, a conflicted meeting between two peoples, two approaches. There is no way to bridge it over, but by understanding and agreement. Thank you very much.